Ah, French media. What have they not given us? We got Miraculous Ladybug, Despicable Me, and a show about two gay dogs. If you're as confused as I am, good, because say hello to Belfort and Lupin. So I was going online when I saw clips of this show about these two dogs that are gay. It was a compilation of all the questionably gay moments between Belfort and Lupin. It was pretty obvious what the writers were doing. So there's no legal way to watch this show in the US, so I found an entire file that had only like 4 English episodes of the show. So what's this show about? This story is about two dogs that are apparently quote-unquote friends that live in the court of Versailles. Belfort is a young spaniel and King Louis XIV's favorite dog. Lupin is his quote-unquote friend that lives in the gardens. The two form a dynamic duo and help all the animals in Versailles with whatever problem they're facing. So far, only 4 episodes have been leaked online in English, with no legal way of watching this show. So for now, I'm going to use screenshots from the show to illustrate my point. These episodes are not in any order and apparently use placeholder voices. So let's start by talking about our main duo. Belfort lives under French royalty in the court of Versailles as King Louis XIV's pet dog. He has a mom and 2 sisters who are the worst. I'll talk about them in a separate segment, but they all speak British too, probably to resemble them as fancy people. He also had a dad named Prospero, who only is shown in this portrait. I can only presume he died or left Belfort's family. Belfort is established to be the black sheep in the family due to his lack of smell. This is proven in Season 1, Episode 7, where Belfort asks Lupin how the perfumes smell. He often calls Lupin "my dear Lupin" as if that's his catchphrase, or to probably hint they're gay. Throughout episodes, Belfort shows Lupin the ways of luxury in the palace. Him and Lupin are always the ones helping out other animals. Belfort is obviously not experienced into being a wild animal like Lupin. Lupin is a garden wolf. In Season 1, Episode 8, it's revealed that Lupin has no home and no family. How tragic. Although we have yet to learn how these two met, I still think Lupin is the most tragic character of them all. He has to hide himself from the palace, or else he'll be thrown out onto the street or murdered, because he's a wolf. Clearly, Belfort doesn't want that to happen, and Lupin doesn't want that either. Unlike Belfort, Lupin is not interested in the luxury like Belfort. These two have become an iconic favorite of mine. Next is Ariane and Chevalier. In Season 1, Episode 7, we meet both Ariane and Chevalier. Ariane is stubborn and has a sibling rivalry with Lupin. She's chill with Belfort, but she ends up getting accused of eating Chevalier. More on him later. So Belfort and Lupin try to find Chevalier to prove that Ariane did not eat him. So yeah, Chevalier is the queen's pet bird, so she's rightfully pissed and believes Ariane ate him and tries to exile her. So Belfort and Lupin spend the episode trying to get Chevalier to go back to the queen. Next is Gazette. In Season 1, Episode 8, we meet Gazette. She's a cute mouse that has a sick dress and wig. Her and her family live inside the queen's wig. Now would be a good chance to talk about the show's ending segments. Every episode ends with a segment where the narrator would explain a historical event that the episode is based on. Apparently mice actually lived in people's wigs. Basically, Belfort and Lupin try to look for the queen's wig, only for it to be ruined by Belfort's sisters, and the wig maker fixes it and Gazette gets her home back. Next is Bazir. In Season 1, Episode 7, we meet Bazir, who's basically Belfort's babysitter. His job is to make sure Belfort is nurtured for his boss, aka the king, and he also has stinky feet. Clearly this dude has mental issues. Next are Tan and Pan, Belfort's homophobic sisters. They are rude to their brother. They are also based on King Louis XIV's real dogs. They despise Lupin as well, so it's pretty clear these two are homophobic biatches. Next is Diane, Belfort's mom, aka the biggest homophobic biatch. Clearly she disapproves Belfort and Lupin's relationship, her influence even reaching Belfort's sisters. Also, she's based on King Louis XIV's real dog. Great. Next, we meet Chico. He's this flamingo that gets lost. In Season 1, Episode 11, Belfort and Lupin help Chico get back to Africa. Dude has an entire panic attack. They eventually help him find his way back. Next, we meet Igor and Nureich. It's pretty obvious that they're Russian, even though they speak American, but I have no clue what was the budget of the casting. In season 1, episode 15, Belfort and Lupin figure out causing the fountains not to work, and it was Igor causing a mess. Next is Madame Rosa. She's a common recurring character in the show, helps with the fountain for the Swan Lake performance. She's an elephant. That's all I can say. Finally, King Louis XIV. We never see his face throughout the show, but Belfort and Lupin Wiki has an image. Basically, King Louis XIV has a soft spot for Belfort, because I guess his homophobic mother and sisters can go screw themselves. In reality, King Louis XIV tolerated homosexuality in his court. He still didn't like same-sex marriage, though. Now, next question. Are the humans homophobic? This is surprisingly not a tricky question. Homosexuality was not condoned in the court of Versailles, but tolerated. Some members of the court were even openly expressive of their relationships. In terms of how the humans feel about Belfort and Lupin, I'm gonna say no. They only see Lupin as a wolf into the palace. Like, how is Belfort gonna explain to him that Lupin is his boyfriend? How is they gonna do that? Next is talking about the dark side of the fandom, the pro-shipping. Yeah, I'm not surprised that a show about two gay dogs being emerged to the public would suddenly have pro-shipping. But I'm not talking about Belfort and Lupin. I'm talking about Belfort's sisters. Someone made a pro-ship fanfic of the two. This caused Teddy J. Stelly, I hope I'm saying that last name correctly, creator of Belfort Lupin, to deactivate his Twitter account because of the pro-ship fanfic. Some people online speculated that the reason he deactivated was because of his dislike in the Belfort and Lupin ship, but that was not the case. Trust me, I've seen my fair share of pro-shipping. Honestly, I've gotten used to it, but I still think it's disgusting. Finally, are Belfort and Lupin gay? To answer, yes. There's various moments throughout the series to suggest that Belfort and Lupin are an item. For example, Belfort constantly using his catchphrase, "My dear Lupin." They also do this, dance in the intro. So yeah, that's pretty much kind of it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.